watch Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Buff Nation? How y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right tonight? Hey, it's Wednesday, y'all. We almost there for game time. Yes, we are. We getting ready to do a preview of Colorado versus Kansas State. It is a big game coming up for this Big 12 matchup, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Can't wait to get out there. Never been there. Boy, it's just like a little kid on Christmas. Y'all just don't know. Let me bring up RobDaManMedia. On join me tonight.
Yo,
What's up?
what's going on? What's going on? You ready for that flight? You ready to get there?
Hey, I wish I could leave today. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. So we getting ready for this big matchup, man. There's a lot of talk going on, and some people still straddling the fence, but that's okay. But look like they trying, they kind of want to come over, but they hesitate because they are laying. They trying to say this is the game that Coach Prime got to prove himself. They still don't believe. They still don't believe in our offense. They still don't believe in the defense. So this is the game we got to show them. I when I got out of work today, I did a little rumbling around on YouTube. I usually don't do that, but I was listening at the Kansas State side and trying to hear their point of view of seeing how they talking about us like they did I'm gonna get Coach Dre up. Coach Drake, what's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? Sorry I'm late.
Hey, want to get a shout out to everybody out there in Florida. Hope y'all stay safe, Coach Dre. Hey, bro, you ever need anything, just call me, bro. One phone call away. One phone call away. Everybody out there in Florida, hey, we friends, y'all.
We good. We good.
Like I was saying before Coach Dre came up, this is the game that everybody hanging their hat on. The first game was Nebraska. We lost. Okay, we took that L. Second game was UCF. We dominated. Now this is the third game. I want to see. Even I want to see will Colorado come out with the same fire, same desire, the same play that they did against UFC. So, Rod started off. What are one of the key factors in this game that you're looking forward to see?
First key factor, stop the run. I mean, that's just number one on the board. I don't know whichever way you can look at it. Defensively, it's just stopping the run, allowing this offense to get into a groove. Simple.
That's it. You can't get no simpler than that. What about you, Coach Dre? What you looking for?
I'm just looking for a complete game. I want a complete game, another complete game. I think the best complete game we played with UCF since Coach Prime got there. So I'm just looking for another complete game. I just want us to come out, be focused. It's only a big game because it's the next game. It's only a big game because it's the next game.
Hey, when I look at the game, I'm gonna be looking at the trenches, right? Rod did hit a key point saying stopping the run, but on the offensive line, if they can protect two, just like they did against UCF, they only gave up 2 sacks that game. If we can protect two, and if that offensive line can establish a running game, that's gonna be major too. Something that we haven't seen consistently for Colorado. But if they can do that, if Pat Sherman can dial it up, I ain't saying run the ball 50 or 60 times, but just keep the defense honest. Because I think, Raw, you saying they run a 3-3-5?
Yeah, so they run a 3-3-5, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 5 DBs.
So if they can establish a run game over there, that would go good for Colorado offense, especially if this offense can start off fast.
Listen, when you look at the Kansas State defense, every game they've given up a 20 to 30-yard run. And every single game they didn't play, they didn't give up a big run. So the opportunities against this 3-3-5 will be there for you to hit a hole and take off. But what it comes down to, will you stick to playing complementary football? That's what it's going to come down to. If you play complementary football, it puts you in the best position to beat Kansas State. And everybody that's played complimentary football has given Kansas State and stick to it has gave Kansas State a problem. And they struggle on the road. They have not found their groove on the road. So let's not help them find it in Boulder, in Folsom Field. So they have not found their groove on the road. So we got us in a good position to be in, being at Folsom Field.
Coach Trey, what you think about our offensive line?
I mean, those guys have. I think we found a good remedy. I see that my Mares and Benson were both back in practice. They looking good, but you gotta like what them other two guys did, Kareem Hart and Houston. So I don't know. You know, that's a good problem to have. But I always told you need anywhere from 10 to 13 linemen to make it through the season, and we getting up there in the numbers. So I feel confident with what Coach Phil Lohos is gonna have ready to go. He's a coach that I don't question. I don't ask any questions about. I know he's gonna put the best five out there, and if you ain't getting it done, I know he'll talk with you. He'll give you another chance. But if it continues to happen, I know he'll make a change. So I feel good about the way we've gone out and played. Seaton has lived up to every expectation. If he's not an All-American, I don't know what we're looking at. So I just feel good about the way we play. Hank has been solidified at that center. I know we had some hiccups, but he's been looking a lot better at the center as well. So I feel good about our offensive line.
All right, good point, good point. Rob, you mentioned that defense. We got to stop the run. Here goes some stats that I seen online that I had pulled on Colorado run defense. Hey, we looking at a run D against the run. Now we at 90.5. The linebacker run had graded out to an 87. The EPA, the rush allowed zero, it's a negative 0.223, and the rush yard per attempt that's 1 yard. So when you look at our defensive front, we have been stopping the ball.
That stat is only running back based. It does not include the quarterback. I don't know quarterback runs. Because the one area that's killed us is quarterback runs. Those are the big plays that we've given up has been to a quarterback. It hasn't been to the running backs. When you talk about that first and second down, dialing into a running back, we hands down have the best running defense. If you take away the big plays from quarterback runs, this defense the numbers will look even tremendously better. So when you look at it, we got the defense to match up with K-State. And I think a lot of people don't take that into account, that we have the front seven that can do it, and we have the back end that can play man across the board. Now, the only problem with playing man across the board against Kansas State is you turn your back to the quarterback and you give him opportunities to run. So that's what we don't want to do. So we want to contain them in the pocket, contain the edges to keep them inside the pocket. But we got a hell of a defense, and that's going to be ready to go. And K-State been talking a lot, so our defense has definitely got a different edge to them this week for sure.
I mean, what do you expect? I told you, talking like that when ain't nobody talking to you, that's the first sign that you scared, because you're trying to do something that you're not used to doing. You're trying to get us off the ball. That ain't what we trying to do. We got to stay focused. We got to do we got to play Colorado football. We can't worry about what they doing. We got to control what we can control. And if we can come out and do that, we put ourselves in great position to win a football game. We showed that we can stop the run, and if we make a running quarterback throw, he'll throw it to us. Avery Johnson is no different than KJ. He's no different than KJ. He might be a little quicker, but when you make him throw the ball, he'll throw the ball directly to you. So we just gotta do our part. We gotta do our part and play sound football. Alignment and assignment, it'll take you where you want to go.
So when you look at that quarterback now, Avery Johnson, he a little bit more faster than KJ was, Jefferson was for UFC.
But
Yeah, he's a little bit more faster. He's a little bit more faster. He's a little bit more athletic. KJ a little more stronger. He's not going to. Avery's not going to try to run you over. KJ tried to run people over and do that. Avery's not going to do that. We just got to keep him inside that box. We can't. Earlier that I told him we can't run the loop. We gotta make it spill. We gotta make sure we stay on the outside edge. of that tackle. We don't want to make that big loop where the tackle can just ride us out, and that creates a lane for the quarterback. You gotta tighten that edge down, make it short, make him go back inside to them linebackers, and we just gotta be sure tacklers. We gotta be sure tacklers. We gotta make the sure tackle. So like I said, I'm not really worried. Avery, like I say, he's a little more athletic, but he's the same quarterback. Him and KJ, to me, they're the same quarterback. It's just he's a little more faster, just a little bit more athletic.
Here's the major question, right, to this whole puzzle piece. How many times do Avery want to get hit? Because you know what comes with speed. What's more like with speed? They ain't trying to get hit. They trying to run by you. So what happens if you get hit? What happens if Billy and Hill Green start teeing off on you? What happens then? Right? Do you get prone to putting the ball on the ground? Because one thing about it is, if you put good enough hits, guess what start happening? That ball gets to moving. If you start putting your helmet on that ball, Kansas State is showing you that cough it up. So one of the things that you gotta understand in this whole situation is, as much as Avery wants to run the ball more than KJ does, how many hits can you take to stand up until it becomes deflating? Because you start taking hits, guess what? It can turn into you fumbling the ball, fumbling snaps, because you trying to worry about where that next linebacker coming from so he don't blitz up the middle and hit you. So I just think that, we gotta put some good lickings on him. Every time we get opportunity, he wants to run a read option, he behind line of scrimmage, we can tee off on him. You know what I'm saying? Hit everybody. Hit everybody. The name of it is, when you hide the ball, hit everybody. Then that way it don't even matter who got the ball, because the running back, the quarterback, and the tight end, whichever one you want to run, we hitting all. So you come across the motion, we hitting them all. So when you look at Avery, he will throw the ball to you. And that's one thing for sure. If you make him into a thrower, he will throw the ball to you. So we gotta stop the run and make him into a passer. And I just don't believe that he can beat us with his arm.
I don't either, bro. I don't think so. You have to take that on watch. But when you do look at him, they love to fake that ball, bro. So will our defense be disciplined or no? That's gonna be the key. Can Rob Levinson coach him up along with the defensive coaching staff to coach them up so they can be disciplined? They got to watch a lot of films this week. I'm sure they have. They don't have 2 weeks off, because you never know. He like to get to him. He'll get to him. Next thing you know, he don't pull that thing. And boy, I really just didn't know how fast he was until last night. I really was diving into them. And when you look at their offensive line, Coach Dre, what do you see?
I see some guys that they want to run the ball. It's the same thing, kind of similar to UCL. Is they bought guys that want to maul people. They got offensive linemen. So when you put them in a predicament to where they have to pass block, it's a big difference. When you put them in position to they want to pass block. You heard all during the commentary, if you wasn't at the game and watched the game, the dude kept saying about UCF tackle, hey, that's not his strong point. Pass blocking ain't his strong point. So these guys want to be maulers. This coach, you didn't know, this coach is from North Dakota State. He was the head coach at North Dakota State. So we've kind of, like I told you, that's why North Dakota State doesn't change. They're going to run the football. This offense is kind of the same offense that you've probably seen the first week 1. So we have a little heads up. Like you say, they're going to do a lot of more reads. He going to want to stick it in their belly and give it to him and stuff like that. But we just got to play sound football, alignment and assignment. You gave Rob Livingston 2 weeks to prepare for this team. I've seen what he did in 15 minutes at halftime, so I'm not really worried. We feel good about what our linebackers can do. Barnes, block bully, them boys gonna be in, and you done made them kids upset when you said that y'all was more physical and y'all ain't played a line as physical. So now it's you're testing people's manhood, and when you put that on the line, sometimes things get real personal. But again, I don't want us to get too personal where we get personal fouls and hurt ourselves and shoot ourselves in the foot. I want us to stay calm. I want us to be disciplined, because that's the way you can get beat. by getting yourself worked up in your emotion. Play inside the defense, have fun, play fast, but don't get any stupid penalties.
That's good.
Well, BWatts, we've already seen this test before. You know why we already seen this test before? Because the first game of the season, we played North Dakota State. And they do exactly to the T what North Dakota State does. They just got better athletes,
Right.
better personnel. That's the only difference, right? When you look at their defense, the cover 2, cover 3 defense, they run the exact same thing North Dakota State does. Offensively, they do the exact same thing. They run the exact same motion and do the exact same thing. So we've seen it. We got the answer to the test already. And now we're just going back and executing what we've already seen in week 1 and a little bit of last week, right? The week before we played UCL. So we already got the keys to the answer to this test. Now it's just about us just going to go play faster now because we've already seen it, right? We know that they're going to try to throw a wheel route or Dylan, right? It's the same thing North Dakota State did, right? So you know what it's pretty predictable what Kansas State does because they legit follow the same rhythm as North Dakota State. And you've already played it. So it's a win-win.
So you think that's the blueprint they're gonna go off? You don't think they're gonna try to see what Baylor did and what Nebraska did?
You can do that, but he's from that North Dakota. Like you saw, when did you see North Dakota State try to change what they was doing? He believes in that. You remember the Titans when Denzel Washington he got the head coaching job and he in the office and the dude say, "Hey coach, you got a real short playbook." He said, "I run 5 plays." It's like Novocaine. Eventually it works. You get what I'm saying? Like he's in that. He's from that kind of model that he believes that, hey, I'm gonna run this. You gonna show me. You gonna have to show me you can stop it. You get what I'm saying? So he'll try a little stuff. I think they're gonna try to get their tight end more involved than you see any other team. They'll try to get that tight end behind the linebackers in that little soft spot. But again, it's just about us lining up, doing what the coach is asking you to do. I see we getting after it a little bit in the little well-off video. Coach Prime, I see he was a little rattled by the other days of practice. But also, you got to understand that's also coaching. You get what I'm saying? Like it might not have been as bad as we thought it was, but to his standards and what he knows he needs to do, it wasn't as good as you need to be. And again, I'm always tell you, you need to win every day. We can't try to say we're just gonna show up on Saturday and win. You got to win every day in practice. It's the little things that catch up to you. So I just, like you say, you just want to keep doing your thing, alignment and assignment, and you believe in what your coach is teaching.
Listen, this the easy way I can tell you, BWatts. Turn on K-State, and then just turn on the game with North Dakota State versus Colorado. And you tell me what the difference is. You're going to see the exact same offense being ran, the exact same motion, and the exact same personnel being utilized in the exact same way. And guess what? North Dakota State had a big tight end. And guess what Kansas State got a big tight end. So it's kind of like their maturation of their pieces, right? And you look at their personnel, the wide receiver group. It's really just like North Dakota State. They got one wide receiver, just like North Dakota State got one wide receiver, and the other one just a decoy. What they gonna do? Whoever Travis on is just gonna be a decoy. They ain't gonna throw at Travis. They just gonna make his person be a decoy, and they're gonna try to pick on everybody else when they do throw the ball. They're gonna use the same formula. They just hope that you make the mistakes like you did against North Dakota State, and they take advantage of it. That's it. But when you turn on the table and look at Kansas State, and then you turn on the table and look at North Dakota State, they're the exact same thing, offensive-wise and defensive-wise. And they haven't changed. They just know that their system can outbeat your system because they're going to be consistent and they're going to not try to beat themselves and be more disciplined. That's it.
Okay. I just hope they know from that first game, we ain't got the same defensive personnel on the field. I hope they know that when they about that day. Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key thing for us. And I think Coach Prime said it in his presser. Well, this was the first time that he felt like his starting defense would all be out there together. So that's something that you ain't got on tape is the starting 11 out there together. I feel good with Hill Green in there. I know he gonna hit. I know what Bentley's gonna do. I feel good about the backups. Again, my whole thing is, and this is how I just coach. If my backups are as good as my starters, we in great position, and that's
Right.
how I feel right now with the linebackers. That's how I feel with the defensive line, and definitely with the secondary. With Shiloh coming back, they give us Carter to be coming in and rotating. Like I said, I think him and Hood, I think they're gonna start him out like they treat Hood. He's gonna get plenty reps. So I don't want people to think that he's not gonna get reps. I think he's gonna get plenty reps in there. So I like the way we look.
Raw with the addition of Shiloh coming back. What? That's another dynamic piece for that defensive side of the ball.
It makes us very, very versatile. And with that being said, it's now instead of you get to take Bentley off the field, and now Kim becomes that linebacker.
Right.
Or you could put Shiloh. If you want a bigger matchup, you could put Shiloh in the box. But I think they're going to try to protect Shiloh. When you look at this all said and done, they're going to try to protect Shiloh and make him the deep safety and put Kim in that box. So now you got Kim and Hill Green as those two, headhunters at the linebacker position. Now you got Kim in the game where he can match up with the tight end because now he's a bigger safety to match up with that bigger tight end. So now you don't have Kim at 5'8", 5'7", trying to guard a 6'5", 6'7", and now you got Kim in a situation who's 6'2", 6'3". So you got different options. Now I would love to see Hood on the field and those key situational passing downs, guarding the tight end, and but we're gonna see what they do. But I can definitely show you that dime and nickel package is definitely gonna look different this week. Being that we have an extra linebacker, which is going to be a DB. So at times you might see 6 DBs on the field.
Right. I was just gonna ask that to y'all. What kind of defense you think we're gonna run? The cover two, or we gonna stay in man, or they gonna mix it up? They don't gave Robert Livingston 2 weeks to prepare. So what kind of defense y'all looking for, Coach Dre, that we run on
I
K State?
mean, I just think he gonna try to confuse him. I think he gonna line up in certain stuff and then do something different. Livingston is a mastermind right now. You don't know what to prepare for. He can do. Prime loves to play man because when you play man, he knows I can send some extra pressure. I might can send more than you can block. So Prime he loves that man, but I think we're gonna have to drop in a little zone this week. So we're gonna see a little bit of everything. I think that we got to offer. We're gonna do one thing I know is Livingston gonna do whatever it takes to win. Bend but don't break type of defense. And these guys believe. These guys believe in what he's preaching. You also see that the coaches believe. Hearing Coach Dancy talk about how he lets those guys coach on game day and how he makes them feel. Like you say, you don't hardly ever see that, especially from a guy that just came in with a staff that was already built.
Right.
A staff that was already built. That's the biggest thing, and that's a big key for Livingston. Any coach, when you can come in and work with what's already there, what's already laid out on the table. Most people complain about the spread. It's about what you do with the spread that you have. What do you do with what you have? I said it earlier. You got to be thankful for where you is to get to where you want to be. And that's one thing I see from Coach Livingston. He's thankful for where he is and what he has, and that's gonna help him propel himself to where he really wants to be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
With Robert Livingston, it's a maturation, right? He's gonna match up to whatever he sees on the field. I didn't see him come out in one possession where we got 5 D linemen, we got 3 D linemen, we got 4 D linemen. Like it's just a matter. He's just matching what he see on the field. And that's why it's so interesting to see what Robert Livingston does week by week, because you might prepare for one thing and he gonna hit you with something else. He might show you this read in 1 week and it might be a look different the next week. And even though we might be playing man, we might be playing a mixture of something far as the D line go, if moving on the defensive line that they didn't do last week. So when you look at Robert Livingston and what he does with this defense, he just goes based upon matchups. We haven't faced a team that really passes the ball. Everything that we face is about run. So what you gonna see this week, you definitely won't see next week because we're gonna be playing against a passing team finally, right? So it's gonna be something like, man, we finally get the pass against the passing team. Let's see how this feels. But overall, when you look at what Rob Lipson's game plan is going to be, I do expect to see a lot of defensive backs on the field this week, just because you have more speed at the quarterback position, and so he might put a spy out there, he might not, but he's going to have somebody in the vicinity if that quarterback takes off. It's time to go hit, and go hunt. So what you see out of this defense, I think you're going to see the 4-2-5 come out. But he's going to mix stuff up. He's going to put another safety down in the box and force you to say you're going to have to beat us because we're going to run single high cover, single high safety. And we're going to find out if you can really throw the ball. Put the pressure on them. Load up the box. Let's put the pressure on them. But K-State in disbelief that they think they can just flat out run the ball on us, and we can't do nothing about it. So it's going to be a match made in heaven. We gotta go show it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, they really think they can run the ball. Listen to the other people's online. That shocked me on that. So, what do y'all know about the head coach for K State, other than just North
Uh,
Dakota?
I mean, he's a winner. He's a certified winner. You can't take that away from him. I think he has somewhere in the realm of 5 national championships. Uh, he's a winner. He believes in his system. He believes in the way he coaches. And I take nothing away from that guy. I have much respect for him. I'm glad that he got his chance at the big school because that was the knock. Or well, you coach at North Dakota State, it won't work at a bigger school. And he's came and showed that his philosophy works. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. He believes in him, but one thing I do know about him, he's a humble guy. Uh, I got to meet him because he came. They came to the conference, the Nike conference here in Orlando a few years ago, and we got to sit down and talk with him, me and my guys. And so he's a humble guy. He has great respect. He's kind of like Coach Prime, in the way he's going to do his philosophy. Like we told you, he believes in his way. He doesn't. He's
Right.
not going to vary from that much. He believes in the way he runs the football. He believes he believes that running wins football games. I throw it if I have to, when I need to, but I believe that if you got a good offensive line and a good running back and a smart quarterback, he believes he can win. You see, he has the utmost respect for Shador and Travis. Uh, he's not the guy talking any noise. It's his ball players running their mouth, and I can understand kids get frustrated. You on the back end, everybody always talking about Colorado, nobody's talking about you. But all you got to do is be quiet and show up on Fridays. I mean on Saturday. And that's always the key. I tell my guys all the time, we do our talking on the football field. Just show up and line up at the 50-yard line. We'll be there. So like I say, he's a winner. He's a proven winner, and we can't take that from him. He's a proven winner.
Like Coach Ray hit on the head. All he knows is just winning. He's got it done at different levels. Not just at the Division I level, at the highest level, but he's done it at the lower level. So when you set out and all you've done is win, you're gonna take your formula because it's got you to where you at now, and it ain't gonna change. So when you look at what he brings to the table, it's just consistency. That's the truth of the matter, just pure consistency. Every year he's gonna run his system. He's gonna find the guys to run his system. And if you come there and you ain't trying to run his system, what you coming there for? Because
Right.
this is what the system is. Like he don't care, and he ain't deviating. He don't care if you get better players. This is the system. You gonna have to fit into this system. So, just consistency is all around what you see from this head coach.
I'm looking at. I see Baby T. Yola made it back out. I don't know if he done redshirt or not. Who else I've seen out there done came back? That was injured.
Majority of the guys are back. Like the entire starting defense is back.
All of them back.
Maybe Theo is back. Now, how much you see of Daylon is going to be a question because he's still a little bit hobbled, but he's working himself back into the play. You've seen Khalil's back.
Right.
Marriage is back. So, you're starting to see us get more healthy and get the full roster back in play.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. So when we look at the wide receiver group, I think I seen a question here for you, Coach Dre. They were saying you think Omarion Miller gonna get some playing time?
He's been playing. 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 Y'all,
Yep.
I think because just because somebody don't run out there with the starters or he don't get introduced with the starters, that doesn't mean they're not playing. Please watch the game. He's always in the huddle. He's running in and out. He's the first guy off the sideline. Him and Timmons. He's getting at least anywhere from 25 to 30 plays a game, guys. I promise you, he's getting anywhere from 25 to 30 plays a game. He's playing. So yes, he's. I think he's gonna get the same amount of playing time he's been getting, 20 to 30 plays, somewhere in that realm. So he's been playing. The receiver core, again, I'm gonna keep saying this till till I'm blue in the face. I think we got the best receiver core in the country. It's four guys out there that you got to come stop. Travis Hunter is Himothy, so you know you're trying to come stop him from going for 100. LeJohntay and Jimmy, they getting comfortable. Will Shepherd, hey, what can you say about him? And then my guy from this week is Timmons. I think Timmons gonna have a big week this week. He been getting comfortable.
Okay.
He been running great routes. Timmons is my guy watching that receiver core. Every week it's been a different receiver have a big week. So I think Timmons gonna be the guy this week. But I think we got the best receiver core in the country. That's no disrespect to Ohio State and my guy from Florida that's up there at Ohio State. But I just believe that we have the best all-around room. I think we got the best receiver coach, and these guys respond to him, and that's a key factor that a lot of people don't get. It's about do you respond to the coaching? Do you receive the coaching? If you're not receiving the coaching, then you're not getting there. Coach Prime made a prime example out of this. What are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want?
Right.
And so that's what a lot of people have to take heed to. And I think a lot of these guys have been making sacrifices. I see a lot of selflessness. You see the way they act when the twos go against the ones. You got a son out there going against DJ. And you see his biggest fans are the starters. You see Jimmy Horn, you see LeJohntay, you see Will. They right over there. Hey, man, this boy finna give it to you. You can't stop Baby T.O. Man, throw the ball over here to Baby T.O. Throw the ball to Wasim. So when you got guys like that pushing the guys that you know they pushing to try to take your spot, but you have that selflessness that you want them to be as great as they can be, hey, again, you can't buy that with a stick. You can't beat that with a stick. And so that's what I see from, and like I said, I just think we're the best receiver room in the country. And that's just the truth.
Do I really need to answer this question about Omarion Miller? I mean, I just be at the game. I don't know. I see him on the field.
TV, so I know you see him on the field out there in person.
I mean, every other series he's coming in. Right? When you see Will Shepherd come off the field, Omarion's coming on the field. When Travis comes out the game, you see Timmons come in the game. When Horn or LeJohntay comes out, you see a tight end come in. Like I can tell you the pattern how this go. I'm at every game. Like legit, this is how the pattern is. Like soon as you see Horn or LeJohntay come out the game, you're going to see a tight end in the game. And more than likely, the tight end that's coming into the game is Savell Smalls. If you take both of them off, you see Savell Smalls and you see Sam Hart out there. You're running two tight ends. So I mean, I don't know what people keep asking about this because maybe I'm just tripping, but I'll be at the game. I'll be like, I'm watching the packages come in, and Omarion Miller's coming in. Now, y'all might be mad because majority of the time when he comes in the game, they're calling a running play. So that's why you're probably not paying attention to him. Because most of the time he comes in, it is a running play that he's in, or it's RPO, or if they do pass the ball, Shador's not looking to his side. He's looking to the opposite side. So that's probably why you don't even pay attention that he's out there. But he's out there more than most people think he is. It just the play call is not designed to go to his side or to him in that situation. So those are the things that happen. But I believe in Omarion. I believe in our entire recruiting staff. You know, it's just the flat out how it is. I see the work they put in. But my player that I'm looking out for this week is going to be Jimmy Horn. I think it's a Jimmy Horn game. For him to get loose in that secondary, to get loose in his zone and just take off. So my player that I'm watching out for would be Jimmy Horn Jr. this week.
Okay. All right. So when you look at the defense side, we all looking for on the defense side. I'm looking at Hill, Green, or Shadow to shine on this.
I mean, the guy that's been consistent and you got to always talk about him is Cam Silman Craig. If Cam Silman Craig come to play, he bringing that juice. We know we in a ball game. I think Webster and Chaney gonna surprise some people because I think they're gonna get a lot of playing time. When I looked at the depth chart, we only have 5 linebackers that's on the depth chart. Gant is the backup twice, so we got the 2 starters. You got Webster, you have Chainsaw, and then you got Gant. So that's what we got at linebacker. So I'm looking to see what Webster and Chaney do this week. I think they can give us good spot play, but it all starts with 7. You can't drown a shark. So I believe in that guy. He's the true definition of dog. I'm gonna keep telling people that when you look up the word dog, Silman Craig is there, and he comes with it every day. So that's what I'm looking for on defense.
All right, listen, I gotta give my boy Caleb, Caleb Mathis shout out. He just been hurt this season, y'all. So for those who keep asking about Caleb Mathis, he just been hurt. He hurt his groin, but hopefully, he'll be healthy. He'll be ready to go. He's gonna get his opportunity, guys. Y'all just be patient. Trust me, we were so deep in the receiving core. Y'all forget about Jordan O. That's the person that really should be getting an opportunity, number 80, that y'all don't see on that field. But to move on the defensive side, I got my eyes on Cam, man. Cam is going to be that guy that's going to really control this game. His ability to make plays and the way he's been playing at a high level, I got to go back with Cam. Cam was my guy that I chose at UCF, and he's going to be my guy I chose this week. So I'm going with Cam Silman Craig until no other. I'm just gonna roll with it till the wheels fall off on that one because he's bringing it. Now Hill Green, he's definitely gonna be a player that we gonna need in this run game. But are they gonna allow him to play 3 downs?
Right.
That's gonna be my thing. Are they gonna let him play first, second, third down, or will they sub him out and you see Webster and you see Chainsaw in? But I do think it's a great opportunity for Chainsaw to have a big time showing. But 22, are you willing to sacrifice and do what you need to do to handle business when you get out there on the field is a real question.
I agree with you on that. I agree. I believe we're gonna see all of them. But the key thing is gonna be that third down package when they bring it out there. They're gonna try to stick Dylan Evans out there. And let's talk about this special team. Y'all satisfied with the special team, how they performed on last Saturday?
We were special. We were special on special team. We got good kickoffs. Marlon done got his confidence back. And we covering well. This week we're gonna have to be on our P's and Q's. I'm not a fan of kicking Dylan Edwards to football. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of kicking him to football and giving him a chance to get them any momentum. But I do trust in the staff. Our punter is an All-American, so I believe in what we're doing. I think you're gonna see a few switch ups. You might see a few starters on a few special teams this week.
Yeah.
You might see a few starters on a few special teams this week, just to make sure. Because, like I say, that game they were down, and he changed the aspect of the game with the punt return, and so we don't want to give him that opportunity. But I'm very pleased with the special team and what I've seen from week to week. We only had one bad. Well, I take it we had 2 bad weeks. But we getting it together. And Mata let you know, like I say, any place kicker, when you miss field goals, it becomes when you miss one, especially with Mata, when you calling yourself, when Coach Prime calling you Automatica and all that stuff, and you go out there and you miss a field goal, and you feel like you letting Prime down. So that's the biggest thing is he just had to get his confidence back.
Special teams overall, I was fine with last week. I would say we need to make sure that we clean up punt punt coverage. That'll be my biggest thing is that we actually get great punts off, but we're not filling tackles. And we're
Right.
allowing people to get loose. That shouldn't be. So we clean that up. But like I said, you got to put your best 11 out there this week. Yeah, you can't even play around this week. Your best 11 has to be out there on the field. And as long as your best 11 is out there on the field, we should be able to field all punts and kick off. Just kick it out the end zone. Don't even play around with it. Don't even give Dylan Edwards an opportunity to touch the ball. If he does, he needing the ball in the end zone. In that sense, so I think they're gonna have a scheme or something they're gonna do to try to keep and minimize Dylan Edwards in special teams game for sure.
You're right. You're right. Got a lot of feedback after we went off on the show. Simon. I think I got about 7 emails. They want us to talk about. Let me find it. They want us to talk about this again.
What's that?
They want to know. Let me read that email. I wish I knew how to put the emails up so y'all can read it too. Hold on. They want to know how many SEC teams. Let's see. What do you say? Out of the first 5 games that have been played, how many SEC teams you think the committee will let in the playoff if it starts today?
At least 5. That's simple. If you talk about SEC schools, and y'all got to think about this, and I'm being all serious. This whole playoff thing is all being ran by ESPN. Who does ESPN pay? The SEC.
Oh,
So how many teams you think they're gonna put in there? They're gonna try to at least get half the field. So they're gonna at least get 5 teams at the minimum, 5 teams in there, just based off the simple fact of they feel like the SEC ruins everything in college football. So they're gonna at least get 5. It's just that simple.
I told y'all from the jump it's gonna be 5. And if you're not careful, they're gonna get 6. If you're not
whoa,
careful, they're gonna get 6. I'm just
6.
telling you, right? Look, BWatts, look at this right now. We're talking about right now. Right now, we start the playoffs today. You will have Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Ole Miss. LSU was right outside with Notre Dame. They can flip-flop that anytime.
Oh, that's a lot.
I could listen. When you look at the 12 teams, 8 to 9 of the teams are going to be from the SEC and the Big Ten. That's just the truth of the matter.
How many?
That's just the truth of the matter.
8 to 9 of the teams are going to be from the SEC and the Big Ten.
So y'all don't think
combined.
You don't think the second place Big 12 team can make it?
No, it depends on the record.
It depends on the record.
Now
both of them
teams
got to go to the championship game and be undefeated.
Either they both got to be 11. I'll say this: they both got to be 11-1 going into conference play. That's the truth of the matter.
That's it. Let's say CU lose 2. One, we already done lost Nebraska. They lose another conference game.
But see, BWatts, that's not gonna hurt us though. Like losing one conference game won't hurt us. We'll still be in the Big 12 championship game. We'll have an opportunity to make to the championship game, but you can't lose two conference games.
BYU and what's the other team?
Iowa State.
Iowa State,
yeah. What about them got the same record we do? Because we don't play them.
We looked at it today on our show. So we all play the same.
Oh, y'all came over there?
Yeah.
I gotta check it out, bro. Why didn't get no notification?
YouTube tripping right now.
Okay, I'll go back and look at it as soon as I get up.
So what it is we all play like 3 of the same teams. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna go based off if we all got the same record, they're gonna go off for what we did against the same teams. So I think we all play K-State. I think it was, I want to say we all play Oklahoma State, and it's one more team that us, Iowa, and BYU play. So we all play the same teams. We don't play each other. So I think we all play Utah. Was it Utah? It might have been Utah. We all play Utah. So we just gotta handle what we can handle, but they're gonna get 5. If you get 5 teams in from the SEC, then we got a chance to get 2 teams in from the Big 12.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm looking at right there. I don't see no 6, y'all.
listen, look at it. BWatts,
I
look
don't
at it.
look
Look at
at
the
it. I
poll.
looked at it. I've been looking at it all week, bro. I be arguing with my
You
brother.
can
My
switch.
brother think y'all gonna get 6. I
So
just don't see it.
listen. So BWatts, think about it like this, right? And when you look at the SEC, majority of them teams probably gonna have 2 losses.
True.
2 losses, right?
Right.
Their 2 losses is gonna be more powerful than any other conference when you look at everything, because they're gonna have more ranked teams in the top 25.
Okay, bro.
And
Let's
that's
stop.
gonna overrule
Okay,
everything.
let's stop you right there. Who the 6th team off the SEC side you think will make it? You get in that bar too, Coach Ray. Who's gonna be the number 6?
It's gonna be a combination between LSU and Texas A&M.
You don't think Colorado head to head to beat Texas A&M?
It's not about
It'll
if
be a
they
ball
can beat
game.
them.
It's not. It's about the money generated.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to the money. So here's what we're saying. If we win the conference championship, we don't even have to worry about it. We're not even having this
I got
discussion, right?
that. Yeah.
But if we in the championship game, and we happen to lose, it's gonna come down to the money. It's gonna come down to the money then. So right now, but here's the best thing about all those teams in the Big 10. They're gonna play each other. Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, right?
Right.
Miami should win they got 2 ACC teams in there. I don't believe that's gonna happen. I just think one ACC team gonna get in, whoever the champion is.
I'm with you.
I only believe one ACC team gonna get in. Okay, so now you got Utah, Indiana, K-State. You still got Oklahoma, Missouri still in there. You see what I'm saying? It's still too many SEC teams in there for them not to try to sneak 6 in there. They gonna try.
Wow.
We gotta keep everybody gotta keep winning in the Big 12. The Big 10 gotta knock each other off like they doing, and the ACC gotta keep looking weak. Miami needs to lose for me to feel good about 2 Big 12 teams getting in.
Now, BWatts, here's the real question, and this will solve everything for you, right? You gotta hope that Oregon finish higher than Ohio State.
Well, they're gonna have to win this Saturday.
Listen, just pay attention to what I'm telling you. If Oregon finish higher than Ohio State, that's going to give opportunity for the Big 12 to get another team. Here's why. Them first 4 games, right? The first 4 games are being played at home. You know, you got 4 and you got 4 games being played, right? So when you start to break this down, you need 4 games in 4 different time zones. So that might open up opportunity to say, hey, well, we're going to need Colorado because we need a team from the West. The only West team that's in the top 25 is Oregon and Boise State. Everything else is Midwest to East. So who's going to play that late game? Who's going to get that home game, right? So as long as Oregon finishes on top of Ohio State, Oregon gets the bye. That means Ohio State has to play. So that means Ohio State end up getting a home game in Columbus, right? So now who gets that South game? That's going to be an SEC team that's going to get a home game. Who's going to get the East game? You're looking at, a possibility of Penn State being thrown at, or you could take a Miami. Well, some game got to come to the West and somebody got to play last. They're going to it's going to be somebody from the West. So in that realm, unless BYU wins the conference championship, because whoever wins the Big 12 gets a bye. So say for instance, right, BYU, we just going off of what's right here, right? Say BYU gets the bye, and they do put in Colorado. Now Colorado gets their last home game because you're going based upon the money. So those type of things do play in a part of they're going to want to touch every coast on those first 4 games because it's being is being presented about the money and how they can dominate. Because if you just make this East and a South thing, then you're gonna lose the whole West side of television and marketing and money. So they got to keep the West relevant. So somebody's gonna get in from the West that shouldn't get in based upon they need the TV revenue.
It's gonna be interesting. So you think?
I mean, that's what it boils down to. I mean,
yeah,
we just
and
gotta
really,
win. That's all.
yeah.
So
We
three.
just gotta
So
win.
if an SEC team got 3 losses, 2 of them they still got a chance to make in the playoff.
They will give a team with 3 losses in the SEC opportunity before they give somebody in the Big 12, the ACC, the G5 or G4 as you consider, and
Wow.
and the Big 12. I mean the Big 10.
Man, this is gonna be interesting, man.
Three losses gonna be pushing it. I think three
No.
losses will be pushing it. We got 2 losses in the SEC.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, peep this.
I think what BWatts thinking is if we got 2 losses, and the SEC team got 3 losses, we bring as much money as an SEC team.
There you go.
I think we'll get
so when you said LSU and we in the championship game, we loses and they still pick LSU just because they got 3 losses. Ooh.
But peep this. Alabama already got 1 loss, right? What if Alabama was to lose 2 more games? You think they're gonna stop Alabama from getting in?
If Colorado come in second?
Yeah.
That ain't that.
I don't think Nick Saban ain't there. I think they're gonna go prime.
Nick Saban right there now.
Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Saban ain't there. I feel you, but that ain't Nick Saban.
I know what you're saying though, Rob. Yeah, I feel you too.
Again, the reason why I'm saying this is because the reason why I'm asking this question is because if Texas get 2 losses, Georgia gets 2 losses, and the 3rd best team in the SEC got 3 losses, but they lost to Georgia's in Texas. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but out of them 2 losses, will one of them win the SEC? You think one of them gonna win the SEC? If it do, that means more teams in the SEC gonna have 3 or 4 losses.
Well, I say this. I mean, Texas in the driver's seat to win the SEC, right? Georgia's not as good as people think they are. Now, the problem with Texas is who do they start at quarterback? If they let Manners play a quarterback, they win the SEC easily. They could go undefeated in the SEC. If they let Quinn Ewers play it out, they're gonna lose a game or 2.
He started. He got his starting job today. I heard it.
They're gonna give it to him. Yeah, I get that. But when you start to really break down how this thing can play out, right? Who's on Texas schedule? Who's on Georgia schedule? Who's on Alabama? Who's on Tennessee? Who's on Ole Miss schedule? That's where the real truth of the matter comes in, because somebody gonna have 2 losses and somebody gonna have 3 losses. That's in the top 10 right now at the SEC. I'm telling you this right now. 2 to 3 of them teams gonna have 2 to 3 losses. Now it's come down to how are those 2 to 3 losses handled? Is it close losses by 3 points or is it blowouts? So what if an Alabama team loses 3 games and they're by 3 points or less? You still gonna hold them out?
I'm not Alabama. You can't. Bama
I'm just using them as an example. I'm not saying that's gonna be
one of them losses
gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, listen. If you get the 3 losses and one of them losses is Vandy, you can't. Like, I don't. Yeah, that hurts Alabama. That
hurt them, boy. That hurt them, That hurt them, man. That hurt them, bro.
But here's the thing, though.
They'll be over Coach Prime, and they don't lost the Vanderbilt.
But here's the thing, though. They beat Georgia already.
I understand that, but you just said it. Georgia ain't that good. Hey, guys, we got 5 more minutes watching that Coach Drake so he can get prepared for that work he got to have that.
Go ahead, BWatts.
I mean, it's
Coach Drake talk.
It's. I think, like I said, I just think it's hard. It's gonna be hard. They gonna get BWatts. They're gonna get 5 for sure. Don't need to talk about. They're gonna get 5.
They're gonna get 5.
They're gonna get 5.
I don't see it,
Everybody else
man.
got to do what they got to get to stop them from
They
getting sick. They gonna
they gonna get
fired.
fired guaranteed.
They gonna get fired.
Chat.
Right
All
now,
right, chat.
right now they gonna get
Chat.
Texas. They gonna get
Listen,
Texas and Georgia for sure.
Yeah.
Texas and Georgia for
whoever's
sure.
in the conference championship is automatic. And say Texas and Georgia is not in that conference championship, Texas and Georgia gonna be in there. So that's going that right there is gonna be an automatic 3.
That too. If Alabama go on to lose to Tennessee, or somebody else, LSU or somebody else, they think they're gonna put them in there with 3 losses?
It depends. Like I'm telling you, it depends on the
And they
margin of
already
the loss.
lost to
It
Vanderbilt.
depends. It depends on the margin of the loss, and then who are you stacking a resume up to? Because you got to think about that.
LSU, you got Ole
You got to
Miss.
think about who's the resume getting stacked. Like y'all think about, man, Alabama got 3 losses, but who are you stacking a resume up against? Are we sticking it up against Penn? No, if we sticking it up against Penn State, what are we talking about? Come on now. If we, who else in the Big Ten?
I think what BWatts is saying is if we get to that 15, Colorado. So he's trying to say if we only got 2 losses and they got 3 losses, would you put Colorado in before you put in the SEC team?
But I don't think
that's bottom line right there.
But I don't think it's going to be affected. Like the Big 12 is not going to be affected by that. I don't think that's what they're going to be affected by. They're going to be more. The Big 12 is going to be more affected by G4 schools more than anything. They're not going to be affected by SEC schools. That's the difference, right? So when I'm saying Alabama going in with 3 losses, because I don't think that the committee is going to stack. It just dollars to dollars makes sense, right? Would you rather have Colorado in versus Alabama? Both of them two generate the same amount of money, but if you want bigger,
but the star power.
Yeah, but then
Nick Saban ain't there no more.
Yeah, but then again, it comes down to the strength of schedule, right? Who have you beat on your strength of schedule versus like that's what it's really gonna come down to, and like that's the hardest part to be like.
Yeah, that's the biggest part. Is we needed to play teams like BYU and Iowa State.
There you go.
We needed to be playing Iowa State and BYU.
Arizona ain't playing good.
They're in the top 10. That's what we needed to be playing.
The more ranked teams we play, the better our resume becomes.
Right. So that's not.
And that's why I keep saying.
Right.
That's the reason why I keep saying no matter what happens, we need Nebraska to win because the more they win, they help our portfolio. And that's what people not understanding. We want them to keep winning to help our portfolio because the higher they rank, the higher the opportunity is and the less the margin of what we have to do ahead of us.
But the problem I'm looking at as we go along on our schedule, the teams that are ranked, right? You take Arizona, the Arizona, they ain't playing good. Oklahoma State ain't playing good. Who else ranked on our teams ahead of Utah? Their quarterback gone. They ain't playing good.
Utah.
But Utah gonna be ranked. You ain't gotta worry about that. Like K-State, Utah, they're gonna be ranked.
Before we play them, do you think they're gonna be ranked before we play them?
They're gonna be ranked. And here's the thing: even with Ken Rogers not playing, they're not really playing bad. They're playing solid. So they're going to be ranked. We need Nebraska to keep winning. That's the team that we need to keep winning. Like we need Nebraska to win. As much as I hate Nebraska, and I'm telling you, I hate Nebraska. As much as I hate Nebraska, we need them to keep winning more than anybody because up to date, that is the toughest team that Colorado has played up to date. And so until this Kansas State game go over, that's the toughest thing we can play.
Right. UCF is hurt.
UCF killed this already. We needed them to go upset Florida, or not really upset, but beat Florida. That would help.
UCF hurt.
Because guess what? If UCF beats Florida, they probably rank Colorado this week. But because that didn't happen, guess what? We don't get ranked. That's what they're looking at.
Wow, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be very interesting.
And the key thing is, go ahead, Coach.
No, and the biggest thing is we just got it. The thing is we can control what we can control. We kick everybody, but we in the playoffs. We ain't got to worry about it. We get us a bye. We get to get healthy. So that's the point that I'm leading on. I'm not even concerned about the rankings. I'm not look. I'll look at that after we get, when we have to look at that. Right now, my main focus is for us to get into just by winning the Big 12 because we capable. We
Yeah.
more than capable of winning the Big 12. Like you say, with what's going on right now, it's not helping us that the teams that we thought were going to be decent that we play aren't. They're not staying ranked. They're not winning. So we can't afford to lose to them guys if they're not staying ranked and not winning. So we just got to do our part. But like I say, BWatts, that the SEC they gonna try their hardest. People can make it harder for them, but if you don't make it harder for them, they gonna sneak. They gonna get as many as they can in them.
Yeah,
I might be right, guys. I do that too.
well, here's the thing though. You can't worry about rankings right now because it's way too early. It's too many things, too many obstacles, too many games to still be played. Like everybody pretty much got 6 to 7 games to play, and that's not even including a conference game. So you take away the conference game, is how do you position yourself in these next 4 games?
How many weeks before the committee put out their first poll?
4 more.
And the next 3 weeks, by the end of October, going into November, that's when you'll start to see that.
And they do it next to the last 2 games.
No, it's before the last 2 games.
You sure?
Yeah, it's normally around like the 9th and 10th.
I think it's like 4 weeks. I think it's like 4 weeks. Yeah, I think it's like that month of November.
Know what I said?
Yeah. So that's the poll. That's the poll I'm concerned with. That's the poll I'll be concerned with. Once we get that first poll out, right there, that'll tell us where we stand at. By then, we'll be on play Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and Arizona. I think.
No, it's Kansas State, Arizona, and Cincinnati. That's our next 3 games for this month. So, like I said earlier, this month is going to determine exactly where we're going to sit in the Big 12, as far as standing wise, as far as playoff contention, all that stuff is going to be laid out in front of us by the end of this month. So we're gonna have a good idea where we sit at.
All right, guys. I don't want. I hate to end this thing. I'm trying to get Coach Dre inside. But before you go, Coach Dre, hey, let's talk about this Aaron Rodgers thing, man. What's going on with Green Bay? And Coach Dre, what's going on with your quarterback out there in Indiana?
You mean New York, not Green Bay.
Yeah. New York Jets. What's going on with New York Jets? Chat, y'all hear what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, chat?
They say Aaron running the team. Well, he was running the team. They say he was really the de facto head coach. Like it was certain stuff I guess the coach wanted to do, and Aaron to say he didn't want to do it. And so Aaron saying he wants certain guys. You see, they brought in the guy Hackett. That was his offensive coordinator at Green Bay. They brought him in, and he's doing a hack job up there. And so, I mean, people just frustrated with him. So, I don't know if Aaron went in there today because I didn't think the guy was going to get fired. I really did. I thought he'd make it at least about 4 more games. And so I don't know if Aaron went in there was like, hey, I'm just tired of this. Let's go and get rid of him and let Hackett be the head coach. I just think the NFL, that's why Prime tells y'all he doesn't want to go to the NFL because there's too many moving parts. When you're the head coach in college, it's only one other person you got to answer to. That's the AD or 2 other people. The answer to the AD. Good programs, you only have to answer to the AD. But with the NFL, you got general managers and presidents and owners, and this person picking the team, and you don't have a say so in this, and whoever making the most money, they really the people who really calling the shots. So I just think it's a mess right now for the Jets. As much as people talked about Brett Favre, and he trying to hang on and keep Aaron Rodgers, the same thing that Brett Favre doing, the same thing Aaron Rodgers doing right now. So sometimes you can't cry about what other people are doing. You find yourself in the same situation. With my guy right now, Richardson, he's hurt the hip. We trying to get back. Like I say, we just got to stay healthy. There's nothing else more I can say about it. I just want my guy to be healthy. If you're listening, bro, just get healthy. Don't push yourself. I know what people are saying. I know you. Like I said, we got to block out the noise right now. But he's getting healthy. We should be back after this week. I know he was hurt that he couldn't come home and play in Jacksonville last week. That really hurt him. He really wanted to come home. We was going. A lot of us was gonna be there, but he couldn't. He tried. He really tried. He was trying to get himself back right to play. But I just need my guy to get healthy. But like I say, regardless of what happens, I'm proud of him. He put himself in a position. He made us proud from Eastside, the highest ranked kid to ever get drafted out of Gainesville from a place where people said you couldn't get it done. You can't go to Eastside and get a major scholarship. Well, he did that. You can't go
Right.
to Eastside and get to the first round, and he did that. So we just got to get healthy. We know he's capable. He just got to get healthy. So, but besides that, we good. I'm proud of him. But that thing in the Jets, you can't let players dictate what's going on with your program. I think Saleh's a hell of a football coach. I think Saleh's a hell of a football coach, and I just think the Jets just was so anxious to try to win. They were doing anything and everything to please Aaron Rodgers, and it just didn't work.
Rod, when you look at the quarterback at Washington, Jalen Daniels, how has he looked so far to you?
He looked at everything as advertised. He's what he did at LSU, how he finished at LSU. He just brought it to the NFL. But here's the recipe to all this. You got to give credit to Washington for going to go get a college coordinator, head coach, and bringing him and
There
to be
you
his
go.
office coordinator.
Yeah.
And that's where the maturation really started at, is you went and got Cliff Kingsbury to come in with Jalen Daniels and marriage this thing together to play him to his best ability, and then live off the principle of trying to do it your way and make it a perfect marriage for both you guys to be successful. Because at the end of the day, Cliff Kingsbury, he's trying to find him another job, right? And this is just a perfect opportunity to help him get another job. So, when you start to look at, the NFL, it's based upon relationships, right? And they just found the right relationship that marries right along with Jalen Daniels, and he just firing all cylinders. He still got a ways to go, but you gotta love it.
Right. I agree with you on that. Coach Dre, one more.
It makes the Cowboys look dumb. It makes
Yeah.
and it make the Cowboys look dumb because they should have hired that dude to be the head coach and not the coach that they got. And you see what kind of head ball coach he is, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys need. And Washington Commanders finna take over the East, and we gonna be sitting at the house somewhere.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Last one, last topic. Uh NW, I mean USC women basketball. Juju Watkins signed an extension deal with Nike. I think that was major there for female athlete with the
Yeah.
status that she has. That was major there for I'm proud of her and the way she playing. Now I'll be following her this year also. So what do y'all think about that deal there?
Hey, Juju. Hey, how can you go wrong with Juju, man? If you ain't watched Juju Watkins play, you miss. She can go. She's legit. She's been like that all her life. Me seeing her in person on the AU circuit, coaching. Man, she's just been that killer all her life. To see her put everything together at the college level, I had no doubt that she was going to do what she's doing at USC and continue to do. But she's going to be the face of Nike here soon. Whether you like it or not, she's going to end up being the face. I know that they got Caitlin Clark, but Juju Watkins is going to end up being the face of the women's side of basketball for Nike.
I mean, you gotta be happy with where the women are going. I'm just happy that they're getting their light, that they're getting their shine, and that these young ladies are getting what they deserve. For the longest time, people like Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie, Candace Park, and all these ladies that have been laying this groundwork, I think they got overlooked. Maya Moore, got ladies like that who got overlooked, who were, I mean, hella basketball players. I mean, undeniable talent, and they got overlooked and overlooked. And to see that they finally putting value in the women's game, uh, I know people don't like to hear this, but even in the NBA, we had Dr. J and we had all those guys in the NBA, but the NBA started flourishing when Magic, when these two guys from college, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, took their talents to the NBA, and people just started following that, and returned the NBA into something great. Michael Jordan, and so what you saw is Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and you got Juju Watson coming in to be the Michael Jordan. So that's the way I look at it. She's a phenomenal talent. I'm so happy. I applaud. I'm gonna give somebody some real kudos. You got to give LeBron James real kudos, because if you don't believe LeBron James is really pushing that like he should and making sure these women get what they deserve, you got to give LeBron James some kudos with what he's got going on at Nike and making sure that these young ladies are getting what they want. And I'm just proud for them to be able to show their talents on a nightly basis, taking the game to another level. In the next 3 to 4 years, the women's game will be at the level where it needs to be at, and those ladies will be getting paid like they should.
I'm gonna say this: the WNBA expanding. They're adding one more team in for next season, and then the following season they got another teams coming in. So next season they're adding a team in Golden State, and the following season is going to be in Toronto, and it's going to be in they just had the city. I can't think of off the top of my head. But the WNBA is about to add 3 teams to the WNBA, which is major, right? And it's going to create a lot of job opportunities that wasn't there. It was super tough to get into the WNBA with 12 teams. Now that you're going to be up to 15, I would love to see them go ahead and add another team to get to 16 to get to half of what the half of what the NBA got. But the WNBA is getting pushed in the right way. You're going to start to see the pay scale and everything, that the money they're generating trickling to the players, and the product being pushed out in a positive way. There's some top ranked girls in college right now that can go into WNBA and play right now, that's been stuck in college because of the opportunities playing in the WNBA not being there. So you're gonna have to see Portland. Thank you, JR. Yeah, Portland. So Portland got that last WNBA spot. There is a spot that they're looking for, another spot they're looking for. Denver, Colorado is in the race for that 16 spot. So I hope Denver do get it, but I don't, and we'll see. I hope Denver gets that last expansion spot for the 16 teams in the WNBA. But where the game is growing to and what is elevating to, man, is finna be something amazing. And I promise you, people are gonna start watching the WNBA more than they watch the NBA.
Good take, fella. Good take. Last time, LeBron James and Bronny hit the court at the same time this week. What y'all think about that historic move that have happened?
I mean, that man said what he was gonna do. He said he wanted to play with his son. He got his wish. I'm happy for him. He deserves it. If you talk about a guy who never cheated the game, who did everything in the right way, he took his lumps. He came in. You never seen, and like I said, there's no knock on Michael Jordan, because I think Michael Jordan's the greatest player to ever play. But Michael Jordan didn't have the kind of hype coming in that LeBron had. He was the phenom. He lived up to everything he was supposed to live up to, and he's a guy that you can take little kids out and look and say, look at him, and look at the way he handles business, and look at the way he does this. I think he'll be the first person to own another person that's going to own a basketball team besides Michael Jordan. That kind of stuff. And no one can, and whatever you want to say or however you want to say it. Oh, he made it where his son can be on the team. I don't care. They've been doing this their whole life everywhere else. Nobody said nothing about Bill Belichick bringing his son along and making him a great football coach. And nobody said nothing about that kind of stuff. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. Hey, let's just enjoy what we get to see, especially us as blacks. Let's push that. You get what I'm saying? I'm proud of Bronny. That's a lot. That's a lot to live up to just to get to the NBA when your daddy is LeBron James. It's a lot of kids that don't have that don't get it that way. And Bronny did his thing. And like you say, man, y'all forgot this kid could not be here. This kid could not be here. And so for people to down this kid or talk bad about him, shout outs to what Bron did for those people that helped save his son's life at UCF. That was major what he did for them the other day. I mean, that's the kind of stuff. And another thing, y'all need to give Shador some flowers for going out to the Vegas. I know a lot of people thought I know people think it's about the Raiders, but he was there to support another Colorado. The ladies basketball girl plays for that team, and he was there supporting her. Going there and supporting another Colorado, another fellow Buff, and that's the kind of stuff we got to do as guys, to put these ladies up on a pedestal. Guys with that kind of image and got that kind of following, go put your face on top of these young ladies, so these ladies can also get the approval and get the props that they need.
Oh man, I got like mixed emotions about this. The reason why I got mixed emotions is that to see a kid, go through what he went through, which is Bronny, to finally to get his dreams come true, to be on the court with his dad, is amazing. But what I don't want to see is people try to put the pressure on him. And I'm gonna use a reference to this of what they seen Ken Griffey Jr. Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr., right? Ken Griffey Jr. did a lot of great things more than his dad did, and he lived up to the bill. I just don't want to see them try to put Bronny in that same situation to try to be better than his dad. Just allow him to be himself, and whatever prospers out of his career. But LeBron's got another one that could possibly be in the league in 2 years. So will LeBron play to see his other son get to the league would be really, really accomplishment, because nobody's ever had two sons in the league and a dad in the league at the same time. I don't think LeBron is gonna play out 2 more seasons, but we'll see.
Right, that's a good point there, Ron. I ain't thinking about that. He got another one, and he just as good as the
Yeah, he legit.
He is, man. He is
He legit.
He real deal.
Yeah, he's
Coach Brown, I'm trying to let you
older than
like
Bronny.
I think this is gonna be the biggest event of the year. November 15th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It's entertaining, Coach Dre. It's just entertaining. So, how many rounds you think Jake will last against Mike Tyson on that day? November 15th.
I don't know. And I'm being honest with y'all, and I'm not trying to be funny. I don't think Mike needs to be in the ring. I just don't.
You don't think so?
Mike, I just don't think. I don't, bro. Y'all like he's been having heart problems and all kind of stuff. The last thing I want is for Mike to get in there and something seriously happens to him. I don't think the fight should happen. But I know the money gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money gonna make it happen. I just want this thing to go about 1 or 2 rounds. That's all I really want to see of it. I'm not gonna even tell you no lie. If Mike Tyson catch him with a good punch, it's gonna be lights out now. Now he coming up playing and thinking Mike ain't still got that power in his hand. It's gonna be.
Hey, Coach Drake, you really think he still got the power he used to have?
I tell you what, you couldn't pay me enough money to get in the ring to get hit by him. That's just being the God-heaven truth. Like, hey, Mike, something else. But like I said, I'm just more worried about his health, his age. Mike, you gonna go down as one of the greatest fighters to ever live, bro. You ain't got nothing else to prove. You ain't got nothing else to prove, man. You gonna go down as one of the greatest fighters to ever live. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Nobody can take that away from Mike. With all his ups and downs and this and that, you can't take away that Mike Tyson is one of the greatest fighters to ever live.
Well, here's my thing. First off, I don't think that's going to be the biggest event at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, I think this year.
No, I'm telling you, this year it's going to be the Big 12 championship with the Colorado Buffaloes there. That's going to be the biggest one.
You think it's going to be bigger than this right
here? Yeah, hell yeah.
Boy. I don't know, boy.
Hey, you know how many prime people gonna be there from Dallas?
Man, you know how many superstars already talking about this fight?
Man, I honestly I ain't even gonna watch it because that's how bad I'm like. What really, like, come on, man, y'all really going through with this? But no, on a real serious note, it's gonna be good to see. I really want to see how many rounds Titan lasts. To be honest with you, but
Mac
I
Ball
don't
said,
think
I
it's a,
like to be
I don't think
close
it's a good
to
matchup. I don't think he should be doing it. But
No, you
I think
wouldn't.
the biggest event
You
at
can't
AT&T
pay me enough
Stadium.
money, player. You
So,
can't pay me enough money to get in no range, player.
Oh boy.
listen,
Yeah.
You
listen,
can't pay me enough money.
listen.
Boy, there's a
Hey,
lot
listen.
of
If
folks
they
talking, man.
listen,
There's a lot of
Coach
folks
Jay,
talking about this fight.
listen, if they give you 25 million, all you gotta do is duck, weave, bob.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do this, man, the ring.
Hey,
You
you
want to do
give me
that?
20. Hey, listen.
With
You
the
give me
Floyd
25
Mayweather
They
million.
got stick and move, stick and move.
Hey, hey, y'all give me 25 million. I'm getting in there, and soon I'm talking about when the wind hit me. Then when he throw the first punch, I'm falling, and they give me my check.
All you got,
Let me
hey,
go about
listen,
my business.
That's what everybody else be
Ain't
doing.
none of that, player.
hey, listen. All you
Right,
gotta do is hit it with the Mayweather shoulder,
right.
you know.
Hey,
Hey,
what that
Hey,
song?
listen, Mayweather.
Hey, what that song? Stephen Woodley be saying? Hey, when I move, you move, just like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna move right. I'm gonna move all right. I'm gonna move right down to the canvas and get my paycheck. Hey, that is ridiculous, man. But no, you gotta feel good. You gotta feel good about, Mike feel good. As long as he feel good, because he the one got to get in the ring. But I
Right,
just don't want to see. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see none of that. What I saw from and that kid, he got a lot of power.
he do.
Jay
He
Paul
got
here.
a lot of power. Jake Paul, he got a lot of power.
First three rounds, he good.
I don't want to see but two of them. You know what I'm saying? But hey, didn't Bud Crawford fight? I don't, like I said, I don't think it's gonna be the biggest money wise. Cause then Bud Crawford and Spence fight at AT&T.
No,
No, they went
I
at
think ain't gonna be
AT&T.
big. I'm talking about this year.
no.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This year.
If Bud was fight,
Yeah.
if Bud was fight, it'd be a different story now. Hey, let's
Oh
talk
yeah, I
about
mean,
that.
no. It's just an event that I hear everybody talking about on my job and everything. I started to bring y'all attention.
No,
Hey, we gotta get out of here.
yeah, I
Go
truly
ahead,
think,
bro.
but no, for real, I truly think the AT&T is gonna be, it's gonna be a buff nation in there. You're gonna see a lot more
Oh, I
celebrities
know,
in there.
I mean, boy, if they make it there, it's gonna be an event. Can you just imagine going back to the house? Where Dion, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
But that's what you're pushing for. That's what you're playing for, to get your kids a chance to be in them kind of situations. And I think we got the team to do so, especially the defense. So the defense keep playing and gradually getting better, like they've been getting, and the offense continues. I think Pat Sherman's getting comfortable. I think we get a little beside ourselves sometimes. Pat Sherman comes from the NFL. He's used to that
right.
NFL style of offense, so he's now just getting comfortable in the college ranks. So I think you're gonna see a lot coming from Pat Sherman in the next couple of weeks.
I agree. Boy, every time I come on here with y'all, I be saying 1 hour. But boy, we get to rolling. Boy. This ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna
It,
happen. But it's
it
all
just
good.
happened. It just happened.
Hey, I'm glad y'all, Coach Ray, y'all be safe down there in Florida, man. Like I say, man.
Yeah, we
You
is.
just say I'm just a
Right
phone
now,
call away, bro.
yeah, I mean, I turn the camera around. I'm sitting here. Yeah, we getting rain. Well, where I'm at, the one thing about Gainesville is like right in the middle of Florida, North Central Florida. So 9 times out of 10, we don't get it as bad as like the people in Tampa right now, the people in Sarasota. But this is the blessings of God. The people that got hit the hardest by the last hurricane, they're not really getting touched by this hurricane, and so that's the blessing. You can't ask. You only can be thankful for what God gives us. And so we gonna bear it out tonight and get through the morning. Hopefully, when you wake up in the morning, it ain't that bad. We still got power and stuff like that. Like I say, the kids not going back to school down here till Friday. They moved our game till Monday, so we got to play 2 games next week. So we'll be real busy next week. But yeah, we thankful for all the prayers and all the support that y'all sent to Florida and all the other places that's been hurt. Cause it's not just been Florida, Carolina, Georgia, all of those places. We
Right.
appreciate all the love and support that people been getting. We appreciate it.
Man, prayers to the Southern East of the United States, man. Prayers to y'all for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely about that, man. Hey, let's get out of here, man. And appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight. And y'all be blessed, Lord. I hope I see you out there on Saturday, man. And to everybody in the chat, we want to say appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love on this Wednesday night. Everybody who participated and everybody who watched the show, we just want to say thank you. And we finna go around the horn for the last word.
Hey, everybody smash that like button, subscribe to both channels, BWatts, RobDaManMedia. We appreciate everybody for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday night. If y'all gonna be at the game, I'll see y'all on Saturday. If y'all come to the prep rally on Friday, it is on Pearl Street. So if you've never been to Boulder, Colorado, they do on Pearl Street, they do a pregame parade at nighttime every the day before the game. So if you need something to do or you want to know what to do, and you're gonna be in Boulder this weekend, y'all can follow us on Instagram or X. I'll be live on Saturday, so all the links are already out there, so y'all know I'll be live from the prep rally. I'll be live pregame, walking around, showing y'all everything that's going on in Boulder. Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Saturday night. And then I'll be live doing the pregame. So y'all just tune in with us. If you're new to the channel, man, like I said, like, share, subscribe, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in.
As always, man, we appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all spending time with us. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. You could be spending time with your families or doing other things. So we don't take nobody's time for granted. Time is something that you can't get back. So make sure you're using your time wisely. Make sure you putting your living with your purpose. Live in your purpose every day. When you get up in the morning, make sure you living in your purpose. You're doing something positive. You giving back. I always say be a blessing because you are a blessing. You being a blessing, you will reap the blessings in tenfold if you be a blessing to someone else. And as I always say, if we send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Dre. That is my brother Rob the Man. That's my brother BWatts. We'll see y'all Sunday night. Y'all be safe.
Be blessed. Watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt.
We said